Zilean, who pulls off a sick turnaround with Aatrox. I like this play because we really never see either of these champs, yet alone see them synergize, so it's definitely a fun way to kick off the video. We see them caught in a weird spot as they desperately search for an exit, but the enemy team have them trapped with no easy way out. They're forced to make a dash to their side of the jungle, and then Aatrox lands a nice slow, setting up Zilean to throw out his Q, followed by a second bomb, which triggers the stun, and then gets followed up by the knock-up and arrow. Two go down right off the bat, but the funny thing here is that both of these champs can revive themselves, so Diana's attempt to clean up gets swatted down, and the Janna topples over as well for the 2v4 turnaround. Our number 4 play from AFK or Yasuo shows how strong the champ is when using his full kit effectively. I apologize in advance about the slightly lower quality in this clip. It was submitted directly to us, already recorded. After losing his bot lane to a gank from Sag, he looks to clean up, but the enemy Zed followed him down. Right as Zed gets close, he goes in with Deathmark, forcing the exhaust right away as he fights and then starts to kite away. More enemy creeps are coming in, so he dashes around towards the Morgana while charging up his Q, dodging the binding before seeing an opening to EQ for the triple knockup into 3-man last breath, which turns around the skirmish with a triple for Yasuo. Just as a quick aside, to fully credit the submitter, AFK or Yasuo changed his name to Shrek by Shrek and is currently sitting near the top of Diamond. Landing in at a number 3 spot, we have Royal Dora and Orianna with a sick team fight play in a dead even game. They manage to zone out the enemy team to the top lane, putting them in a weird spot to fight. Orianna's ball goes to Sejuani, and then she runs into position and ults as a shockwave combos in all 5, followed by the Fate's Call as all the red teams slowly melt to their deaths. As the team fight comes to an end, we tally up 5 clean kills for blue team while losing not even a single member of the squad. With this momentum, they grab Baron and then group up mid with the buff to quickly nab the inhib as well. Our next play takes us from top all the way to the bottom lane with Petrichor 2, who uses the full range of Ahri's kit. We start this on the enemy side of the map as they lose the teammates of Vlad and immediately start to fall back. Vlad has a lot of backup right behind him, so they poke as best they can while running back to their tower. Ahri turns with a Charm, Foxfire Ignite, plus a final auto attack and flash to get the safety as the burn finishes Vlad. At this point, all should be fine and dandy, but just off your screen, the friendly Alistar gets caught out, so Ahri decides to come back and help. She throws out her Charm on Annie as Alistar Qs and then knocks Annie next to the wall, so Ahri can dash over for the kill and then dash back out to safety. Alistar has to flash over as they retreat back to tower, and it looks like the fight's over, but then the enemy Thresh takes the Fate's Call over the wall. He flays them in, but then they pounce on Thresh with the Pulverize to get Ahri another kill, but here comes more. Jarvan EQs in, and then he ults, but a Charm stops him midair, which allows her team to collapse again for another one. Kalista is the last remaining enemy in proximity, and she has no mana, so they charge at her full steam ahead. Alistar manages to get the Pulverize and headbutts Kalista right into a well-timed Ahri Charm, and she Qs and gets the return damage as she runs down Kalista for the final kill. And for number 1 pro play for this week, we have Recognition on Azir with a godly play, basically 1v5. His team is fighting near their blue buff and getting stomped, but he rushes over to see what he can clean up. He finds Irelia flanking and jumps on her with Vayne, but the enemy team is on the way in, so he takes a step back. Amumu and Triss go in, but an amazing wall denies their initial all-in, and then the wall shuts down both LeBlanc and Tristana. His soldiers spread beautifully to slow all 3, and he knows Irelia is wrapping around, so he moves in to cut her off, but gets stunned. Thanks to the double soldiers, he's able to secure the quad, and then Amumu makes the mistake of going in, allowing Azir to use Flash and get the pentakill. That was absolutely epic in many ways, so let's check that out again, but I definitely say watch the entire thing again if you have the time. And for our bonus clip of the week, we have Georgico 1999 on Draven with a nice ult to save the day. The enemy team won a big team fight, and because of that, they're getting the free dragon, but Draven just respawned back in base and has a ward to see them doing it. He launches out his ultimate as we go back to see Dragon getting low, and just at the right time his axes come in, getting not only the double kill, but also the dragon as Draven cashes in and swags his way back to lane. As the video comes to an end, I wanted to do a HyperX giveaway of one of their Cloud 2 headsets. Before that,